In today's video, I will go over all the information you need to know in the new Anime Adventures update. Don't expect this for every update, it's just that this update is quite confusing, so I wanted to make this video to try to clarify stuff for you guys. Of course, the update is based around Fairy Tail, and there are 6 new characters. I will give these stats now, and I'll talk about evolutions later. Natsu. Natsu has 17,000 total DPS and inflicts burn, which is really good for the new map. Gildart. Gildart has 20,000 total DPS and breaks all of the enemy's shield every single attack. Gray. Gray has 12,500 total DPS and freezes enemies. Urza. Urza has 3 forms: Lightning, True Heart, and Valkyrie. Total DPS is as following: Lightning, 25,000 DPS and is a heal unit. True Heart, 23,000 DPS and is bleed. And Valkyrie, which is 22,000 DPS with a 50% crit chance. Now, just because True Heart and Valkyrie have lower DPS than Lightning, don't think that means that Lightning is the best. Bleed and crit chance obviously make their DPS the same as Lightning, if not higher, so just keep that in mind. Lucy. Lucy summons 3 different types of units: Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. Lucy is the secret unit of this update, and you need all 3 keys to achieve the final evolved form. In order to get these keys, you need 175 Celestial Shards. To get this, you need to do the new Magic Area Infinite and collect up these Celestial Stars from the secret boss. Feel free to make a tiny task to make this process a lot faster. Jalal. Jalal has 22,000 total DPS, Hybrid, which means he does hit airs and grounds, and I will talk about how to get Jalal later. Of course, guys, this is not a tier list. I'm not saying that the one with the highest DPS is who you should be getting. I won't be giving you guys a tier list. I'm just giving you these stats, and you guys can decide on who you want to get. And don't ask me what the best form for Urza is, because Lightning, True Heart, and Valkyrie all have their advantages, and it depends on what team you're running. There are 2 new codes, Fairy and Fairy 2. There's a new food called Magical Artifact, and that gives 3,450 XP. Dungeons. Dungeons are limited time only and are able to be run with 6 people. The dungeons don't scale, so bring as many people as you can. 1 key costs 200 gems, or you can get the double drop key for 500 gems. I would not recommend getting this. If you get top damage, you will receive an extra drop. This dungeon is quite difficult and has very buff air enemies, so make sure to bring some heal units and bring burn to take care of any ice enemies. Join my Discord and go to reaction roll section to get a roll for dungeons in case you want to try to find a team to play with. After completing the dungeon, you get 1 to 3 drops, depending on if you got the shiny key and if you get top damage. Each drop has a chance of giving Jalal. No, I do not know the odds, so don't ask me that. Otherwise, you will get infused crystals, which can be used to evolve a certain unit, or you can use them to turn back into the new currency. If I pronounce a name incorrect, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry if that triggers you. Just don't go into the comments and start flaming me for it, because I totally am well aware that I could be pronouncing something incorrect, and I'm sorry about that. Missions. With this update, they added missions. Missions reset every hour, and once you claim them, you have an hour to complete them. The missions that require you to clear a certain area will give you 40 of the new currency. The missions where you have to reach wave 25 and infinite give 70 of the new currency, and some will give 80, but that is very few missions. The currency can be used to buy the following things: 50 for Magical Artifact, 150 for an Academy Star, which is the skin capsule, 100 for the Heavenly Invasion Dungeon Key, and 600 for the Essence of the Night. In the shop, you can also get the Heavenly Invasion Dungeon Key for 200 gems and a shiny version for 500 gems. Skins. Skins were added into the game and can be achieved using the Academy Stars. The skins in the game are as following: Nezuko, a rare, which is 64%, Uryu, an epic, which is 25%, Killua and Armin, which are legendaries with 10%, and Bulma and Erwin, which are mythics, which are 1%. Evolutions. The requirements for evolutions of the new units are as following: Natsu is 2 Dragonfire and 40 magical artifacts, Gildart is 3 Fractured Cubes and 40 magical artifacts, Gray is 3 Devil Ice and 40 magical artifacts, Jalal is 1 Celestial Tear, 10 Infused Crystals, and 40 Magical Artifact. Lucy, 1 Celestial Key Final, and 40 Magical Artifacts. Urza is 30 Infused Crystals, and 1 Essence of the Night. Now, I'll give some overall tips. For the new area, make sure you bring someone with Burn and Heal Detection. If you want to be efficient, you can bring a Kainu to deal with both, or if you have Natsu for burn, that works as well. Get Gildart to break shields, as it's very useful for the new area. For infinite farming the new Celestial Star, I would suggest going to wave 25 and resetting to be the most efficient. If you found today's video helpful, consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.